Oh, look at these lovely girls. That's Maggie and Sasha. It's so sweet. They're just having a bit of playtime in the spare cage because they're so naughty on the floor. We're going to have to put some more barricades up for them. They're just taking up so much of time at playtime. Sasha and Maggie especially, getting into the sofa, under the cupboards. They're really mischievous girls, but when you've got so many rats to do playtime with, I can't afford to spend two hours searching for a girl who's in the sofa or under a cupboard. So we're sorting out barricades for them, like the playpen that we had when we first got them. Beth is refusing to come out of her cage at all. She's down the back asleep. I don't know if you can just see down there. She's not very happy for some reason today, so we're going to keep an eye on her. But if you remember, these girls, when we got them a year ago, they couldn't be handled at all. And they still don't like having cuddles, and it is disappointing. We can only hold them for a short time and they get very wriggly. But a question that's come up recently is, how do you cope when you lose your very special rat or your heart rat? And it is difficult, and we're coming to this time in Blossom's life where she's nearly 3 and everybody loves Blossom. We try not to have favourites, but Blossom is a very special rat. She always has been. She's such a wonderful character. She's so affectionate. She loves everybody, rats and people. And I don't know how we're going to cope because the younger rats haven't had as much of our time, so they are not as closely bonded to us, and especially where we're trying to rehome some of the rats, we've tried not to get too attached, but still give them the same care, the standard of care and the attention. And it's been very difficult. So when we don't have the older rats, the younger rats will have a lot more of our time. But what you'll find is when you have a group of rats, and you lose one in particular, your special rat, that one of the others will step in and sort of, they won't replace them, but it's very nice that you'll find they will start to give you extra attention. So don't neglect your other rats when you lose your favourite rats, because it happened in our cage, our group of 6 girls. Lily was always very protective of her sisters. We lost 4 sisters, and it's very sad. And then Lily suddenly, who'd not been very affectionate, she suddenly started to come to me for cuddles, and now she's very affectionate, just like Ellie. So just watch out for your other rats and give them lots of attention, and hopefully you'll find one of them will step in and help to fill the gap that's missing. Now, something else that's come up this week, I've deleted a comment. I very rarely delete any comments on my channel unless they're offensive or they're anti-rat and very nasty. And if I do delete anything, I won't get into a discussion. I will simply delete the comment. If the person continues to put nasty messages up, then I will block them. Now, someone put on one of my most viewed videos, ouch my rat bites, someone put a comment saying I would get rabies, or you would get rabies from a rat bite. Well, this is very untrue. Now, rabies is extremely rare in wild rodents, especially in rats, because the rabies virus is actually carried in saliva. And as you know, or you may know, rats have very dry mouths, very little saliva, and so their bite is very dry. Now, your domesticated rat is highly unlikely to have picked up rabies, unless you're very silly and you let your rats run in the garden, in which case you'd probably lose them anyway. But I mean, I know some people do let their rats go outside, but I think it's such a health hazard and such a risk to your rats that so we wouldn't consider letting our rats go outside at all to play. But anyway, the rabies virus, in the research from the United States, it's extremely rare to find a rat with the rabies virus, and they have no cases noted where people have caught rabies from a rat. So please don't worry about things like rabies. As you know, it's very rare to catch anything from your rat. And Just thinking what other questions we've had. Oh yes, why would your rat, who you can handle quite safely, try and bite you through the bars? That's a very common thing. Rats are very protective of their cages. Some rats with the pink and red eye rats don't see as well, so they may not realise it's you. Also, if your rat is pregnant, they're going to be more protective of their cage. So just talk to your rats, and not a good idea to stick your fingers through the bars, because especially if they smell of food. Yes, you see you having a sniff there? That'll be my finger hooked in a minute. Yes, see? No, not a good idea. Don't encourage that behaviour, do we? No. But Sasha's been very gentle, but I have got rats that will jump at the bars, especially the male rats, and they would have my fingers if I was to run them up and down the bars, so just be careful. Now, very soon we're going to start our new series, a little mini series of videos. Hope to have that with you in a week or so.